Hey guys, Luke and I'm here to do a video. Now, I really wish I didn't have to do this video, but obviously it's going to happen. I'm going to try and call it straight down the line. Obviously it's from New South Wales perspective, so there's a fair bit of disappointment, but we're here to do a review on Game 3 of the 2015 State of Origin Series. Now, Queensland just total dominance. New South Wales are never in it, 52-6, and you know, Jennings' try came from a mistake towards the end where it didn't matter, obviously. So yeah, the 52 points came from tries to Dane Gagai, Josh Papalii, Inglis, Gillett, Michael Morgan, Darius Boyd, Will Chambers, and Aiden Guerra, with John Thurston kicking 7 from 7, and Justin Hodges right at the end kicking a goal. And then there was also 2 penalty goals from Jonathan Thurston. For the Blues, it was Michael Jennings, like I said before, with Hodkinson missing his proper conversion and kicking a penalty goal right from in front. Now, the first few minutes, I was thinking, okay, this is all right. We're getting a few penalties. Kick the goal, okay. I wasn't really thrilled about them kicking the goal, because I thought, when you're down that end, you need to try and take, advantage of the field position, and what it seemed like to be, it seemed like that was the last time we saw that end of the field, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, and like, I could come on here and I could talk about the refs, and the refs, or how bad they were and that sort of stuff, but in the end, when you defend the way New South Wales did, you can't put the blame on the refs. Now, you can say, obviously, I'm not going to agree with every single decision the ref made. And I think they were harsh at times, but I mean, you can't argue New South Wales were dropping people on their heads and swinging arms, and the one in particular I thought was so fucking dumb was, I think it was Bo Scott and Cameron Smith, taking him out late, like. You get him. You've already seen he's made the kick. You grab him, you push him back once. Cameron Smith hops, dump him then, drop him then, and don't make it so you push him back another 2 steps. So Smith hops another 2 times. You're begging for a penalty. It was blatant. It was so obvious, and I think if any New South Wales fans disagree with that penalty, I think you're just being very, very biased, in my opinion. But yeah, it definitely is seen. I've seen in the Daily Telegraph that they're really, really bagging their refs out really bad. But you just can't put it on the refs when your team loses 52-6. Now, obviously, there might be a little bit of disheartening where the team sort of just stops playing, they quit before half time by the looks of things. But just done things. Aaron Woods I don't know how many penalties he gave away, but yeah, it's just to me it seems New South Wales got the game plan wrong completely. Instead of doing what works for them, just try and bash them up the middle, they were trying to sort of play like how the Bulldogs do. I don't know if that's because of Hodkinson and Ennis. I don't know, but yeah, instead of just trying to do what we had done, the forward battle had been won by the Blues in the first 2 games, in my opinion, and then this game we just changed it completely. We were trying to ball play instead of just trying to smash them. And then when it was sort of, they tried to smash and they were just getting smashed by Queensland. Queensland really muscled up in the forward, so credit to Queensland. Queensland was just way too good all over the park. Every single player was better than their counterpart. Every single, it was a no contest. However, I think there was maybe 1 or 2, 3 players who could hold their hand up and say they did okay for the Blues. I'd say Ennis defended well. I think he did pretty well. I don't think he's to blame for the loss. I think Hodkinson defended well. There's someone else that I'm missing, and I've just totally blanked. Oh, Josh Dugan. I thought Josh Dugan was really good for the Blues. Some of his defence was top notch. But yeah, it just seems like the Blues didn't want it. Queensland just wanted it too much. Obviously, the home crowd would have spurred them on a lot, and I dare say that the whole Cameron Smith saga that's happened lately, I'm not even going to get into that. I think it's a bit ridiculous, way overreaction, but I think that might have spurred them on a little bit, and also fuck Channel 9, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, just too many quality players coming up with big plays at big moments. I mean, you just got to look at Inglis. I think it was Inglis. No, it was Hodges. Sorry, Justin Hodges knocking it back. It was Inglis the first time. Hodges not giving up on the ball. I mean, I'm not going to say it's nowhere near the sort of ones like Kevin Aguama or even the Inglis one from the test, but it just shows that Blues were just standing around. There was 2 people. I mean, Dugan, I'm not going to get on him because if he left that, if Hodges doesn't come in, I mean, you can't expect it to come in. I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly, but I don't blame Dugan for that. You got to try and hope that you get the 7 tackle set. And to be honest, it doesn't happen if David Klemmer just holds onto the ball. I'll get into Klemmer in a second, but yeah, just termination for the ball. Like, Hodges comes back, he knocks it straight back to, I can't remember whoever it was who was standing right there. But there was Hodkinson. Hodkinson was the only person inside, and I think maybe Jennings was a little bit further away, but 2 players who were near the ball. There was no one running back. Just, I don't know, just seems like there wasn't a whole lot of effort. Now Klemmer, I can't say for sure, but I'm going to assume there's going to be a lot of sort of like laughing at Klemmer and, oh my god, he's so overhyped and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, let's be honest, he had one of the better meters made by the Blues forwards. I saw some stats like all the Blues forwards apart from Gallen, like no one made 100 meters, and a lot of them were in like the 20s and 30s. We just didn't have the ball. Like, we seriously did not have the ball. And I've seen some people saying, oh, well then he should have made an impact in defence. Well, he tried to rush out in defence, but they just weren't running at him, and that's good tactics from Queensland. Why would you run at the biggest dude on the field? It's just it's dumb to do that, and you don't just do it just because a little bit of pride. You just want to smash Klemmer. You play to your game plan, stick to your game plan. That's what Queensland have done for all these years. Haven't let emotions get to them too much. The only time they really sort of went off the rails was last year with like Josh Reynolds getting in the head. Hoffman getting injured didn't really help, but it feels like I'm just making excuses for New South Wales. There's no excuses. Like, you just can't put in that sort of performance, especially against Queensland side. You keep shooting yourself in the foot enough, and then Queensland already have a gun as well. You're just gonna. There's just no outcome that's gonna turn out well, and like turning out. But like at the start of the game, I was thinking, oh, this game's gonna be. If Queensland ended up winning, it'd maybe be like another field goal or like, one try, something like that. But 52-6, it's an embarrassment. And I gotta say, after that second try, after that try, right after half time, the bat back or whatever, it was almost like it didn't really bother me too much. It was I don't know if we were in a little bit of shock with what we were seeing, but. At that point we just sort of stopped caring and was like, oh well, it's already bad. It can't get any worse than this. It's just as bad as it's going to get. But obviously, yeah, it just ended up really bad. I'm just rambling on now. Obviously, very disappointed, but credit to Queensland. They did it, and I gotta say, like I said in the video doing the preview, I don't know if I'm a jinx, but every time I'm very confident in my side, whether it be the Bulldogs or New South Wales or I don't know, Australia or whatever. Always end up getting smashed. Like, not even just like a contest. Every time get smashed. Titans with the Bulldogs, Titans smashed us. Dragons smashed us. It's not good. Not good being me supporting football sides. Anyways, that's where the video is going to end. Queensland in the end, way too good, well deserved, and definitely there's no sort of thing where it was like the rest fault from me personally. I mean, I can't say it from everybody, but I mean, when it's that scoreline, you can't blame the refs. Actually, I will say just quickly, I touched on Klemmer a little bit. I forgot to sort of go on to him. Yeah, everybody's going to be laughing at Klemmer and saying, "Oh, what are you doing this? He's so overhyped." And but yeah, like I said, his stats probably were better than the Blues, and it looked like he was really, really trying, almost trying too hard, I would say. And I suppose when the time that he came on, they were needing energy, and just, I don't know, he tried, but it just never really worked out. But you got to remember, he's only 20 years old. He's got many years left, and he was one of many players who played really bad. It wasn't a good night. Oh, Pearce, I want to talk about Pearce. Now, Pearce, I thought he was awful last night. A lot of people saying he's played well this series, and I don't really think he's played very well at all this series. I mean, he's been adequate, I suppose, but I think this really exposed in this game. He was a turnstile. His defense was absolutely awful. Not only was he missing tackles himself, but he was getting caught out in defense, leaving Morris exposed out wide. Like, it was terrible. Oh, and Josh Morris, I'm talking about that. It was just terrible. Yeah, I wasn't happy with Pearce's performance, and I know a few people were like that in my household. But yeah, that's all I'll talk about with Pearce. And yeah, with Klemmer, when you hype him up too much, I think this is the media's fault of just hyping him up too much, expecting too much from him too soon. It's his first Origin series, just remember that. anyways, this is where I'll actually end the video. I've been going for about 10 minutes. Not sure what I'm going to have in the background. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Leave in the comments, what did you think of the game? Obviously, Queensland fans are going to be very, very happy. Try to be a little humble about it if you can. Don't be too sort of over the top, I'd say. Yeah, leave in the comments. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke and YT's my Twitter handle, Facebook page in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.